I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion.
Okay, Ashok, had you tried to implement all those topics?
Yes, sir. I went through each and every topic, each and every type of injection setter, constructor,
Mm,
and I
that's
passed all. And I also studied about that dependency injection, what kind of design pattern is it, and IOC.
yeah. That is only the main issues. The
Yes,
main
sir.
feature of yeah, you can say the main point what is about spring is their injection. That
Yes,
is
sir.
IOC and the
Sir,
stability. That is the benefit.
yes, sir. I also means we were doing that, but we were not knowing the name. Because, means what are the
Yeah.
advantages?
अभी तो the main thing is what we are trying to cover many topics, and that is why trying to compress many things.
Yes, sir.
And because the course is mainly we are supposed to focus on Spring Boot,
Yes, sir.
but the thing is directly without having any fundamental knowledge, if you simply jump on that Spring Boot, then it will not be beneficial.
Yes,
And
sir.
the few confusions are also there. A spring boot is not replacement of a spring, that we should know it very carefully. Both has got two different goals. So a spring boot is not going to replace a spring. Both both has got their own role and they have got their importance. That slowly we will try to cover all those topics. You have, it is good that you have already covered all those different types of injection. Let me few more people. Yeah. So again we will have recap, and this is the second day on spring. Then from tomorrow's class we will give focus on the spring boots, and I shall try to create some microservices and as well as try to use them. We will understand the architecture and the next thing from tomorrow's class onwards about Spring Boot. But guys, you note down there is a Spring Boot is not blindly replacement of a Spring. Everyone they have gone their own scope, their own area of their applications. So in my view, in my opinion, they are not going to replace each other. They both of them have got their importance. Main advantages of a spring boot is sorry, not boot. We will start from tomorrow. So main advantage, main role of a spring is what? It is it follows the MVC architecture, that it has got lot of features to support that. Like first of all, when you create web applications using JSP servlet, so it is not that if anyone doesn't have the fundamental knowledge of JSP servlets and trying to learn directly a Spring or a Spring Boot, then surely they are going to miss a lot of concepts. Anna. So basically what happens when we design something using JSP servlet, JSP works as front end, and whereas the by using servlet we are doing the backend processing by creating different controllers. Okay, so that MVC module of a Spring framework, it helps a lot in order to control all the controller by having a generic controller kind of thing which controls all the controllers. So uh, by the end of this syllabus, I shall try my best to create one very simple applications which has all those, and thereafter I shall upload also. Now what happens when we use a Spring Boot? Mainly we are using a Spring Boot to create microservices. So anyway, we shall focus on all those thing in more detail from tomorrow's class onwards. So for today, I shall try to cover up all the different ways of injections. Though already I had started, I had done few of them into the previous class, and also we will try to see some JDBC Spring model. So Spring has got lot of models, and basically a Spring framework is designed in such a way that it is having capabilities of incorporating some other framework into that. For example, you have JPA, you have Spring Boot, sorry, Hibernate, you have a Struts. So they are all different frameworks that is used in in along with the Spring framework to handle all those database issues. So, and we should also learn those Hibernate and all separately. They are going to map the relational database and other issues. Okay. So now I'll show you some few important points. Now, when we learn a Spring or a Spring Boot, there are number of annotations about that. We should have knowledge what annotations has got what a specific role, and slowly that our annotations dictionary goes on increasing, and when the matter comes of a Spring Boot, there we have lot many more. Okay, so now let me show you that slides, and also already I'm going to recap all those things which we have discussed into the previous day class on Saturday. So that is let me show you the slide first. Okay, so the thing is, we should not only we are trying to give the concepts in one sec. Now it's a simple recap. हाँ या tell me बताइए.
Start the recording.
Hello.
Please start the recording.
Yeah. Just okay. Let me share the screen first. Why record? Okay. Is it visible now? Okay.
Yes.
Now already there are many we have already discussed also, but I feel that we should recap those things. So in nutshell, I have prepared few points. When we create a Spring project, what we should do? We should create a Maven project using Eclipse. The first thing is that what we should do, and you should try to sit and create lot many projects. Just create a smaller projects, don't have more codes. Try to focus on more and more concepts. Okay, now create different classes representing your problem as per your design. The design, as I said already when I was giving you some brief knowledge about the OOPS concept, you should always think of your problem, take up some smaller problem, and then design them first, think about their attributes, methods and all, and create those on paper first of all, and then as per your design you create those things, create projects, classes and run. Basically what happens in traditional programming, we do this. In traditional programming we do this. For example, let's say I am going to design a small software which which handles all the different functionality of a school. Okay, now what I am considering that in school, three different categories, three different types of students are studying. One may be day scholar students, then another one may be day boarding student, and the third category may be boarding student. Just I am considering a small piece of example. Now by day boarding, what I am telling, what I am thinking, that the student who comes in the morning and goes back after the schooling gets over. The second category is day boarding. Okay, so they come in the morning, they do their schooling, and they don't go back to home. Then they do some extra classes, extra coaching classes at school itself, and then they go back in the evening. That is second category. And third category may be uh, they stay in the hostel, that is boarding students. So normally now what when I am talking about this application, there are three types of students. So to represent them you will create three different classes, and to all to make achieve generalizations you will create one more extra class as a student, to which they all the three will be the child of that. So in traditional programming what we do is that we create object of all those, and finally we complete our software. And that is what is the example of tight coupling, because whatever particular type of object you are creating, that gets created in the code itself. Okay, and for making any changes you will have to do the hard changes into the code, that is what is called updations of your project by using hard coding. And that is what is the concept called tight coupling. Now in this current age, what is the drawback of tight coupling? First thing is, for doing any alteration you have to do the changes into the code. And another thing is, when our size of software goes, there is a in the software engineering there is a concept called unit testing. In unit testing what we do is that every individual unit, that is objects or whatever it is created, that is being tested separately. And that was not possible earlier. But after the Spring framework, as every development depends on the current requirement. Okay, so one of the very important prospective of, that is objective of a Spring framework, is that testability. In this framework every unit module can be tested separately, and it is only possible because of the concept called loose coupling. And that is what is the that is what is implemented using that uh, dependency injections, that is called IOC. Okay, so these are the thing, the difference between traditional programming and this thing. So it's just recapping because it's very important, and these are all the concepts which we are carrying even to the Spring Boot also. All these concepts will remain same. Okay, next slide. Now the main concept is of Spring Boot is we have to create the dependency injection. So today we are seeing all the remaining kind of dependency injections already you have seen also. So I had tried to prepare a very small kind of collections by which you can refer all the, which you can remember in your mind. Have anyone joined? Yeah. So we can keep all those things into our mind, we can remember and we can use them. And also for every concepts I have created totally 9 demo files. So after completions of today's sessions I shall upload them on uh, our Google Drive so that you can have access. I think I uploaded all those drives, so I think you guys would have got the access. Have you got the access?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. So now, as already I said, broadly, there are two ways. Broadly, there are two ways to implement IOCs, that is dependency injection. The first thing is XML based, and the second thing is annotation based. XML based कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस में हमें एक अलग से XML कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस फाइल क्रिएट करना होता है. एज फार एज एनोटेशंस बेस्ड को हम लोग समटाइम्स यूजिंग जावा लैंग्वेज भी बोलते हैं, जावा बेस्ड भी बोलते हैं, क्योंकि इसमें कोई एक्सटर्नल फाइल नहीं होती है. ठीक है. सो देयर आर ब्रॉडली टू कैटेगरीज, एनोटेशन बेस्ड एंड XML based. In already I had seen annotations based we couldn't see in a previous class, so that is why it's better to recap once again. We will have quick glance of all those XML based injections. So in XML based injections, first thing what we did, we created a class definitions into the XML file by using bin tag. That is one category. Second category is by scanning class paths, and for that we have to use that component annotations. And what is component annotations? That component annotations indicates that this class is supposed to be scanned and created as an object, and that object once created, that remains with a string, and that can be injected anytime whenever it is needed. Okay, so again there is another called setter injections, constructor injections. Yes, setter and construction injections are not totally independent concepts, because basically they are the uh, subtasks of class definition injections, we can say in one way. By using those, we can set the attributes of the bin object. One is by setter methods and another one is by constructor injections. The bin object, that is in bin object nowadays, that is also called as uh, DTO, data transfer object. The bin object is also called DTO, and not only DTO, well, there is one more term. Basically all these small terms these experts used to give, and after few years they become very popular. That is one more term they use to represent, that is called JPO. That is we will see in later on. Now setter injections you have understood. It is the setter functions which by using which the attributes of the bins are set. Another one is called constructor injections. By using constructor method, attribute of bin objects are set, and for doing all this you have to do proper setting into the configurations file. Okay, then there is one more thing is called auto wire injections. Auto wire, and by using auto wire annotations, implicitly the auto objects are injected. So auto wire annotations is used to inject the object. It's very useful. So at the rate से जो भी शुरू होती है, they are annotations, or at the rate component, at the rate auto wire, or the rate configurations, at the rate bin, or at the rate component scan. That we will see all those in today's class. And in this way we will try to learn different concepts of different types of creating dependency injections. And of course we should have knowledge of each and every type, and depending on our applications we shall use them. Okay, and finally I shall end with by creating a very simple example using a Spring JDBC uh, dependency. That is a Spring JDBC dependency also we have to download from the repository, central repository. Already we have talked about that of using Maven. That is why we create Maven based project. If you don't do so, then every external dependencies here, by external dependency I mean to say that all the external jars which is required for our project, and that is being downloaded from the Maven central repository. Okay, so that's it. Now we will try to see only this is the main concepts we have. Now we will try to see all those by creating a smaller codes. Any question guys till this point? And it will be more clear if you may have certain doubts also, and or you feel to clarify certain things. Instead of seeing only definitions, it's better to go for examples of each and every aspect. Okay, and I'm sure that by looking that you will have lot many concepts, and few things already I am repeated also, because it is only the second day, and again from tomorrow we have to see all those concepts of a Spring Boot. We will compare, and we will understand the different concepts. We shall create microservices, what is the advantage, and all those aspects we shall deal from tomorrow's session onwards. Now see, already I have created demo 1 to demo 8, some 1 to 9 different models, which I have created and demonstrated each and every ways of creating injections, and in the last I have used the Spring JDBC also, and steps already I have shown you. Now see, when you create the Maven based project, a step is quite simple. How you have to follow? You have to go new and create यहाँ पे Maven project you have to select. Guys, remember, if in anyone's Spring sorry, Eclipse, what you are using, if it is these dialog box are not showing, so you don't have to worry for that. For doing the best solutions for these is simply download the latest versions of a Spring Eclipse IDE and use them. For that you don't have to take any extra pain. So now, as already I have said, you have to select the archetype quick start, and already we have talked about that. Here you have to give the group ID, and then you have to give the artifact ID, and artifact ID is basically what? It is a basically name of project. Here simply I am giving demo. Okay, and say I am finishing. So just by doing this, we have created one folder has been created, and you know that the POM file, that XML file, is the basically configurations file for Maven dependencies. So you have to always have the knowledge of this POM file. So because already we have created the Maven projects, the advantage of this is that automatically this JUnit has been installed into your project, and basically this JUnit and all this dependency is used for testability, for testing all. So this is compulsory dependencies every Spring project should have, this first dependency. Then because we are going to use a Spring project, so naturally the second dependencies you have a Spring, and already I had said how will you get that this set of definitions. For that you have to go to Maven repository, and you will type a Spring. When you type a Spring and do the search, it will display all possible. Here it is displaying a Spring context. So every Spring framework should have first this, and here you have many versions of that. You can select any one. Remember one thing, when you go ahead, there is also compatibility issues कि for which particular version of a Spring कौन सा लेना चाहिए. इन सारी चीज़ों को सॉल्व करने के लिए भी हमें आगे और भी इजी कॉन्सेप्ट्स है. अदरवाइज हम कंपैटिबिलिटी इश्यूज भी आते हैं. तो कोई भी इसमें से मे बी यहाँ पे आप देखें किसका यूजर सबसे ज़्यादा है. मे बी दैट इज बीइंग यूज्ड. एक रफ आइडिया, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम गोइंग टू यूज दिस वर्सन, तो कोई भी वर्सन आप ले लें, इसको क्लिक करें, यहाँ पे आपका कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस टैग्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ऑल दिस कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. क्लिपबोर्ड पे सेव हुआ, एंड इसको हमें जाके क्या करना है, पॉम फाइल में पेस्ट कर देना है यूं ही. सो जैसे ही आप पॉम फाइल में पेस्ट करेंगे, ये आ गया. ये कौन सा वर्जन है, 5.2.4 रिलीज, दैट स्प्रिंग कॉन्टेक्स्ट. इसको जैसे ही सेव करेंगे, this gets installed into your project. ये चीज़ों को ऑलरेडी हमने पिछले दिन दिखाया है, अभी हम यहाँ पे अनडू करते हैं. ओके, एंड लेटर ऑन वी विल you just try to create by following this step. By following the same step I have created demo 1. तो demo 1 को पहले minutely समझने की कोशिश करो, because today from demo 1 to demo 9 all entire this source code I shall share on the Google Drive, so you can refer these codes rather than wasting time in typing. We can be more quick. So here what happened, I have created, जैसे ही ये प्रोजेक्ट बनेगी आपके जावा फोल्डर के अंदर है ना, यहाँ पे देख रहा मेन है, यहाँ हमने प्रोजेक्ट का नाम दिया था com.ph.demo, आपका पैकेज नेम था. दिस ऐप गेट्स क्रिएटेड. नाउ एक्स्ट्रा फाइल आई एम जस्ट क्लोजिंग. Look at this. In this only demo 1 I have created both the ways. So this is how, look, the same as I said already question that I considered. तो मैंने तो आपको 3 बताया था. In this example I have only considered the 2 types of students. Look at this. There is a boarding student category, another one is day scholar student category, and this is the generalized class name. You can see I'm just showing you the code. You can see there is an abstract class I have created. I have not taken interface because I can in later on when my update my design, I may have some attributes common among all the objects, among both the objects, that means boarding students and day scholar student. ठीक है, you people will have the concepts of abstract class, abstract method and all from core Java. Now you can see there is a boarding day scholar boarding students. Look at this here. There is override annotations that what indicates that this particular method show is overridden from the top, that is the parent class. So again come to our app. This is the traditional way of programming. If you want day scholar student, you create object of day scholar. If you want to create boarding students, you will create object of boarding students. Okay, and just I am trying to see the masses. Okay, so both the masses are being displayed. So this is traditional way of programming, that is what is called types coupling. Here the solution is a Spring. Here the solution is a Spring. What we have to do is that, let me increase this size. Okay, now the complete code is visible. It would be okay. The first thing, these all few classes you have to remember. There is no shortcut of that. जैसे हम लोग हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना कि चीज़ों को बेटा समझ जाओ, ये समझना बहुत बड़ा पाखंड है. समझने का पहला स्टेप है गाइस, यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. जब आपको चीज़ें याद हो जाती हैं, फिर माइन्यूटली आप उसको अपने दिमाग में सारे पैटर्न को, सारे आर्किटेक्चर को फिट कर लेते हो, तब हम उसको कहते हैं समझना. तो समझने का पहला स्टेप ही है याद करना. सो देयर इज एप्लीकेशंस कॉन्टेक्स्ट. These are the now. So first of all, there is a class called class path XML applications context. तो सबसे पहले काम ये करनी है कि as already I had seen in the what is that called PPT slide, that there are 2 ways of injections. One is XML based and another one is annotations based. तो जो भी XML based annotations होगा, वहाँ पे आपको XML फाइल को कॉन्फ़िगर करना होगा. and I have and remember one thing is that where do you keep this XML file? आपको यहाँ पे src पे क्लिक करना है और यहाँ पे जाके न्यू src डेमो के बाद डेमो फोल्डर, यहाँ पे जो प्रोजेक्ट नेम है डेमो, उसके बाद जो सबसे पहला आप देख रहे हैं सोर्स के अंदर मेन और जावा जो है, इस src पे आपको क्लिक करना है. दैट इज रूट फोल्डर ऑफ योर प्रोजेक्ट. So द मेन फोल्डर वेयर द ऑल द सोर्स रिजाइड्स, तो उसको आपको क्लिक करना है और वहीं पे आपका ये कॉन्फ़िगरेशन फाइल होना चाहिए. So you have to select XML file from this. You are not able to see any XML things, so you have to go here, Control N, that is other. So as soon as you press other, you got the XML things, and say next. You create suppose T1. I'm just for testing I'm doing, and say finish. What happened? In this source आप इन सारे को क्लोज कर दें. Look at this, where this XML file is. This XML file inside demo1, है ना. This way you create. So इस तरह से, and now you are seeing into this XML form. It's better when you do the right click and open with, and you give any generic text editor. So now in the editor form it is visible, and after that the kind of entry we should have, that is, first thing is, in this XML configurations file you are supposed to create the bin tag you will have first. So open with generic text editor. Look, this is what I am doing practical in front of you. Here this is the bin tag, and as already I said, this bin definitions you have to Google and get it from Maven or other repository. Every bin class what you create, bin tag, should have some bin definitions. So this you need not remember. Every bin depending on what is that called, different version of a string. You have the different sort of bin definitions that you have to download it directly. And the main thing what we have created in order to perform injection is that defining our object. See, here you have to use bin tag, and by ID you have to specify the ID name of the object, and this is the class which will have the complete package. Along with the package you have to specify name of the class whose object you are supposed to get created. So automatically all the classes what you are mentioning, all these objects are automatically created by a Spring. So here we have mentioned the class day scholar student. As soon as when you execute this program, the one class of a day scholar student gets created, and its ID is a student. So by the name students, you can refer them into our program. Now, this is what is the interest. If you have many objects, many classes whose objects you think of getting created automatically, then you have to specify those many bin tags and do in proper entries along with the package detail. Okay, so once that is done, again coming back, the same XML configurations file has to be mentioned here, and then here you say hello. You will ask your thing Spring by using the context.getBin functions that you get a student, you get a student bin. Now what is a student? This is the ID what you have mentioned here. This is a student. Because of that, so whatever the ID you have mentioned, now in order to get the object of day scholar, a student, in your program you have to refer a student. So remember, because the creation of object depends on XML, that is what we say that this program, in this program, which particular objects gets created, that can be controlled using XML file, and that is why it is called loose coupling. Got it? In this we don't have to do the hard coding changes. That is, in Java code you are not changing anything, but these XML files are simply text readable format file. Always it will be along with the project. So anytime you can do the editing into this XML file, and accordingly when your you run your project, the object gets created. Okay, guys. So by using this loc variable I have given, that is लूज कपलिंग ऑब्जेक्ट, तो आपका ये लूज कपलिंग ऑब्जेक्ट हो गया, एंड व्हेंस वी आर ट्राइंग टू डिस्प्ले दिस, it will print the student object. So as already I said, that is why you have to achieve uh, the generalization concept, because by doing generalization you have solved the left side dependency, because in left side, that is what is the answer of polymorphism, guys, remember. So polymorphism solves that left side dependency, and right side dependency cannot be solved in plain Java language. That right side dependency is solved by using a Spring framework, and that is what is called loose coupling. So we have just repeated here, just that's all. Once the things are saved, you have to just execute the project. So now you see this, the first two masses what we are seeing is the example of a traditional programming, that is the answer of tight coupling, but our aspect is the second one, from where I have given the Spring Bay IOC, creation of IOC, and the same thing is called dependency injections. The things, the object depend, whichever is injected, that gets created by referring the XML file. So here the answer is day scholar student, because when you change the injections, look at this. Now there is one more class what is called day scholar, and एक और है ना इसमें, यहाँ पे डे बोर्डिंग, डे स्कॉलर है, एंड बोर्डिंग स्टूडेंट है. लेट मी जस्ट कॉपी the qualified name and go to the just one editing in front of you I am doing. Now let's say I have created this, let me copy and this qualified, the whole name we don't need, we just want the class name. So cut and do these changes, paste. Now the upper one I am just commenting. So for doing comment, what you are supposed to do, press Control Shift C. Selected. Yeah, leave it. I am just changing the ID to student 1. And now see, in our Java code, we haven't done any changes. Now when I run the program, now a student ID belongs to boarding students. So without making any changes, now when I run the program, here I can see at the bottom, you can see the changing masses. Let me run once again. We will just execute and see. Now see, now the answer is boarding a student. So without doing any changes into the program, just by doing the configurations into our XML file, we are able to inject different objects. Okay guys, is it clear? Now we will move on to the instead of demo 1, demo 2 I am just leaving. I am directly going to demo 3. Why I am going to demo 3, demo 4? Because in the slide already I had shown you that by using demo 4, we are basically adding only few concepts of demo 1, and that is, it's better to see the configurations file first, what changes I have done. And already I had said there is a way of injection is called setter injections. So in setter injections, what I do? Let me do the right click and open with the generic editor. See here, in this example and previous example, there is no difference. Maybe example I would have simply changed. Instead of a student, I have taken a class called a staff. So in this line, there is no changes. What I have added is property tag. Now using property tag, the syntax is name and its value, and the class is a staff. So what will happen? There will be a staff bin and whose setter method will be called, and the first name is name. This name and id by the attribute जो है properties property of property tag, attribute of property tag क्या होना चाहिए? जो आपका बिन का एट्रीब्यूट है, और यहाँ पे मेरा बिन कौन सा है? क्लास है, com.ph.demo3.classes.staff. So look, this is the demo which I am showing you. There is only one class. मैंने एकदम example को छोटा रखा है. Look at this. So there is a called class. So already I told you कि बिन ऑब्जेक्ट को हम कई एक नामों से इंडस्ट्रीज में रेफर करते हैं. कौन कौन सा नाम है गाइस? डू यू रिमेंबर? डू यू नो? वन, एक तो बिन ऑब्जेक्ट हो गया, बिन. दूसरा है तुम्हारा डेटा ट्रांसफर ऑब्जेक्ट, डीटीओ. एंड तीसरा है पोजो. डीटीओ स्टैंड्स फॉर डेटा ट्रांसफर ऑब्जेक्ट एंड पोजो स्टैंड्स फॉर
plain old Java object.
हाँ, प्लेन ओल्ड जावा ऑब्जेक्ट. चीजें कुछ भी नहीं है, दे आर ऑल सेम, जस्ट बाय डिफरेंट नेम दे आर रेफरिंग. So if you are not knowing, somebody will say, hey, hi, you don't worry, I just go and get the pozo and try to do that. So things are all same. So now in this already I have shown you that there are two attributes, id and name. And for these all you have getter and setter methods. Getter and setter method create करना कितना easy है? Right click करो, just आपको ये दोनों members को define करना है, attribute को define करना है, and here you have source, and in source, in sub dialog box you can say generate getter and setter method. तो यहाँ पे जैसे ही हम generate करेंगे, ये तो ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड है इसलिए यहाँ पे नहीं आ रहा है, तो हमको पहले ये सारे ये डिलीट कर देना होगा, तब आएगा. Have you people done created this other than Ashok? Unless you do the practical things, you cannot make it clear. So look, I have created the as a comment. Now after doing this, I am going to do the right click button. You get this menu. This menu appears. In this you have item called source, and from source again there is a sub menus, and here you can say generate getter and setter method. Now see, depending on the id of this class, sorry, attribute of the class, both the ids appear. Now if you are supposed to create select all, directly press select all and say generate. As soon as you say generate, look, all this code got generated. So you need not sit and write. You have the faster way of doing. Okay, so that's it. Now what happens when you see this? What we are doing is that there is a staff which is representing the staff as an OOPS design, that is object. This is what is called, when the object of this is created, that is called bin object or DTO object or POSO object. Now what you have is that when you see the configurations file, in configurations file of demo 1 and demo 3, there is only one difference, is that I have tried to set the attribute by using setter method of bin object, and that is what is called setter injections. It's not a big thing, just the concept. Okay, now I am showing you the main functions of this. Look here, all these steps are similar. There is nothing new. Now I am saying to Spring that hello, get me the staff bin. So the informations of a staff is set through the setter method, and which is configured into the configurations file. When we execute this applications number 3, look at this. ये println में जो हम लोगों ने e लिख दिया है, and you know that this will call e.toString method, and e.toString method में जो हमने जो ये लिखा है, इसके accordingly यहाँ पे आउटपुट डिस्प्ले हो रहा है, and this is what is called setter injections. So after demo 2 completely अलग है, demo 3 is the extension of demo 1, and again demo 4 also. Now first of all, let me close the file, and just I shall keep the configurations file of demo 3 opened. Okay, now in demo 4 we have implemented the constructor injections. So the difference what you can see in the configurations file. Now right click, open with generic text editor. Now look at this. This bin entries has got no difference at all, and here you have constructor argument. So there will be argument constructor which will be automatically called and receive these two arguments. The first argument of constructor will be this, second argument of the constructor will become this, and for that you have a special tag called constructor arg. That is what you have to use. So this kind, in this way of setting attributes of the POSO object is called constructor injection. Okay, source code में और कोई changes नहीं है guys. There is no difference at all. Just in the configurations file it's a difference. D3 तो demo 1 के configurations file में वो bin object के अंदर प्रॉपर्टी एट्रीब्यूट को यूज, टैग को यूज करके हमने सेट किया, दैट बिकम सेटर इंजेक्शंस. अगेन इन डेमो 4 के कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस फाइल में हमने सेट किया, दैट बिकम्स कंस्ट्रक्टर इंजेक्शंस. सो डेमो 3, डेमो 4, डेमो 1 ऑल आर सेम, ओनली द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कोड एग्जाम्पल अलग हो सकता है, फॉर दैट यू डोंट वरी, बट ऑल दोज settings are most important. Okay, now I am considering demo 2. Before that, let me close. Yeah, keep open. Look, constructor injections I have done in demo 4, and setter injections I have done in demo 3. Okay, now let's see what is demo 2. In demo 2, see the XML file. Again, right click. अगर इतना हम टाइप करते सामने तो कितना टाइम लगता? Do the right click and open with generic. Now see here, the only difference in this context colon component scan. This is very important. This is new way of doing. यहाँ पे automatically, अब previous देखो, दूसरे कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस फाइल को देखो, यहाँ पे बिन है, आईडी सेट है, क्लास है, और ये कंप्लीट क्लास के नेम को, क्वालिफाइंग नेम ऑफ द क्लास को हमें लिखना होता है. बट इन द केस ऑफ कंपोनेंट स्कैन यू हैव टू ओनली हैव द पैकेज नेम, दैट इज द क्लासेस व्हिच इज सपोज्ड टू बी क्रिएटेड. वो कौन कौन से पैकेज में है, दोज पैकेज विल बी स्कैन्ड. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड component scan. And now for doing component scan we will be using component annotations. We will see the source code. So this demo 2 is completely different from demo 1. In demo 1, 3, 4, we are creating bin object by referring XML file. But in demo 2, the bin objects are automatically created by scanning the package name package which is specified using component scan uh, tag of context. Okay, now let's see its source codes. Let me close all the file opened and only this scan file I am keeping it open, that is configurations file. Okay guys, now see here, now here the app, the initial goes again this line, there is no difference. We have created the configurations file जो है, the class path XML applications context, that will return the applications context object, and here you say get bin day student. अब गौर से यहाँ पे देखो get bin day student. Now what is day student? इसका मतलब ये हो गया कि day student का ऑब्जेक्ट आप दे दो. But unlike the previous example, this is not insert this information, this meta information is not configured into XML file. But one thing is clear that here I want a student of type day student. Now what is day student? Let's see for that some more class here you have. Look at this. Now this is very important. This is what is called component annotations. Now component, inside component annotations you have to specify the ID. तो यहाँ पे हमने specify किया day student, तो automatically this component annotation is of a stereotype, and whichever class is referred by component annotations, Spring automatically constructs object of this class and sets to day student. So internally you can assume that day student is a kind of what is that called instance variable. Day students refers to object of day student type. So look, automatically look what component annotation does. These are the completely new topics which I am covering today. What component scan does? Component scan tells a Spring that you create day scholar student object as a component. Now where will it get? So it will get this information from XML file that we have mentioned that there is a package called com.ph.demo.classes. So inside this class it is going to scan automatically. Okay, and whichever class is represented by component annotations, only object of those class will be created and Spring keeps those class. Now in app you can see here we are saying, hey you get bin. We are asking Spring by using get bin functions that hello you get me the day student bin. So since already that object is created, that object is stored here and that is what is displayed. So this type of annotations are called class path scanning dependency injections using class path scanning informations, meta informations what we have into XML file, and along with that you need to use the component annotations. So whichever class will be preceded by component annotations will be scanned into the class path and object of that will be created. So this is another type of injections. So we have discussed from demo 1 to demo 4. Now let's go to demo 5. What demo, the new thing in demo 5 is? No, first of all, let me close all the file and only this file we shall open. So in class demo 5, what we are doing? First thing is, first of all, we will try to see this configurations file. And there only we can come to know what all things we want. So look here in this. I am creating one object using bin tag. तो bin tag, remember guys, bin tag के द्वारा आप जिस किसी भी क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट को क्रिएट करवाना चाहते हैं ऑटोमेटिकली थ्रू स्प्रिंग, दैट हैज टू बी मेंशन्ड यूजिंग bin tag. एंड थ्रू कंपोनेंट स्कैन किसको करना है? थ्रू कंपोनेंट स्कैन all the bin classes what we have into our Java program जिसका कि हमने ऑब्जेक्ट बनवाना है ऑटोमेटिकली बाय स्कैनिंग दिस पैकेज, उसको हमको अपने प्रोग्राम में कंपोनेंट एनोटेशन से स्पेसिफाई करना होगा, दे उसके ऑब्जेक्ट ही बन पाएंगे ऑटोमेटिकली बाय स्कैनिंग. सो गाइज, have you understood the difference between bin tag and component scan? समझ में आई?
Yes, sir.
Other students? Okay, let me proceed. Okay, so यहाँ पे डेमो 5 में हमने मिक्स्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस किया है. Both kind of configurations we are having. One is by using bin tag, another one by using constant component scan. And remember, component scan अगर है, इसका मतलब आपके क्लास में कंपोनेंट निश्चित तौर पे ऐसे होंगे जिनके पहले @component होगा. And not only that, I have used auto wired here. अब यहाँ पे कि डिजाइन को थोड़ा सा समझो गाइस. यहाँ पे डिजाइन में क्या है कि व्हाट आई वांट दैट देयर इज अ बोर्डिंग स्टूडेंट. तो स्टूडेंट में तो वार्डन होते हैं ना, वार्डन होते हैं, तो वार्डन का काम ही है, तो वार्डन भी तो एक स्टाफ हुआ. तो ऑटोमेटिकली यहाँ पे उस स्टाफ के ऑब्जेक्ट को बन जाना है. एंड स्टाफ के ऑब्जेक्ट कैसे बनेंगे, उसके लिए आपको XML फाइल देखना होगा. यहाँ पे क्लास पाथ लिखा हुआ है, बिन में क्या लिखा हुआ है? यूजिंग बिन टैग आई हैव रेफर्ड क्लासेस डॉट स्टाफ. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? ऑटोमेटिकली स्टाफ के ऑब्जेक्ट बन जाएंगे. और एक तरह से समझने के लिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ, ये आईडी जो है दैट स्टाफ विल बी ए, जो आईडी में मेंशन किया हुआ है स्मॉल स्टाफ लिखा हुआ है, दैट विल होल्ड दिस स्टाफ ऑब्जेक्ट. Got it? Now, and second thing is using component scan, we are scanning the classes package. And naturally, अब यहाँ पे बोर्डिंग स्टूडेंट का लिखा हुआ है, तो जिस बोर्डिंग स्टूडेंट जो है इसका ऑब्जेक्ट कौन क्रिएट करेगा? बाय स्कैनिंग. एंड व्हेन यू हैव ऑटो वायर्ड, अब इसके लिए जरा मेन ऐप देखें. यहाँ पे हम यहाँ बोर्डिंग को रेफर कर रहे हैं, तो मैं स्प्रिंग को बोल रहा हूँ, वी आर टेलिंग टू स्प्रिंग दैट हेलो गेट मी द बिन बोर्डिंग बिन ऑब्जेक्ट. तो बोर्डिंग बिन ऑब्जेक्ट कैसे मिल जाएगा? क्योंकि आपने उसको कंपोनेंट बना दिया है. एंड दिस इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड व्हाट ऑटो वायरिंग डज. ऑटोमेटिकली यहाँ पे जो रेफर कर रहा है कि वो देख रहा है कि ऑटोमेटिकली और ये स्टाफ का ऑब्जेक्ट तो आपको बना हुआ है, स्टाफ का ऑब्जेक्ट कैसे बना हुआ है? क्योंकि स्टाफ का आपने यहाँ पे डिक्लेयर किया है, बिना ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट किया है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली दैट ऑब्जेक्ट्स gets connected and stored at this instance variable called warden automatically. So that is the beauty of auto wired annotations. Now soon look at
सर आई
this.
हैव डाउट।
हाँ बताइए।
सर जैसे आपने अभी ऑटो वायर्ड किया तो वहां पे आपने जो ये बिन जो एक्सएमएल फाइल था
हाँ ओके।
उसमें आपने एक वर्ड उस पे वापस आइए सर, उस पे आपने एक स्टाफ आईडी से एक स्टाफ क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट किया,
हाँ
पर हम
हाँ
एक और ऑब्जेक्ट को क्रिएट कर देते हैं इसी के थ्रू,
हाँ
वहां पे कैसे होगा फिर डील?
वो
आईडी
हम
डिफरेंट रखते हैं।
या मैंने आपको बात को समझ लिया. आई हैव टेकन योर क्वेश्चंस.
यस
Let me complete this. I have noted down. It's a good question. That is what I was waiting. If anybody doubts or not, if you have the staff object and whose IDs are different, in that how this spring will behave, is it?
यस सर, हाउ डू वी मैनेज द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स ऑफ द?
हाँ, मैं आपकी बात को समझ गया.
ओके
It's a good question. That is what I have taken. So let me complete this whole cycle. Otherwise, कुछ हमारे जो friends थोड़े से पीछे चल रहे होंगे, they will get confusion. So that was good question, and the solution is very interesting, and we will see into the successive uh, classes. Maybe if it is tomorrow or whatever it is, your question is good, and I have taken it. So now, so what auto wiring does is automatically creates and injects the objects, and the beauty of that is when we execute this, you get the answers. Very simple. So here we do by using all these tools. So in demo 5, we have tried to explain the auto wiring, and we have used both way of creating object by using bin tag, and always also by using component scan. Okay, so now you have in demo 6, and before going to this, let me close all that. Now in demo 6, what I have done, now see here from demo 6 onwards, now we have no configurations file separately. That means we have used Java based configurations. Java based configurations means only by and using annotations we are performing. So for this, we are not having separate XML file. Now question is, which configurations is better? Either Java based configurations or XML based configurations. In fact, they are the different ways of implementing dependency injections. Now by using XML file, because these entries are always into the external file which anytime can be edited, and that is the advantage we will not get when we are doing only annotations based configurations, because by doing that changes it will become a kind of hard coding. So that's the kind of flexibility what we have in XML configurations. Because XML configurations always external होगा, always editable होगा. Once जब एक बार आप जब प्रोग्राम बना लेंगे तो आपका तो जावा का कोड कंपाइल हो जाएगा, जार फाइल वार फाइल जो भी बनना है वो बन जाएगा. Then you don't have the source code to do any changes. So it is a common sense matter. So that is better. But they are all different ways of performing injections, and they suit, and that is why we should learn. Now in demo 6 what I have tried to explain. Here we have app program. Now here, as already I said, we are performing the annotations based configurations. Okay. In annotations based configurations हमें ये करना है कि अब यहाँ से थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट हो गई. For that you have another class called annotations config applications context. अब इसके ऑब्जेक्ट बनाने हैं और इसको हमें कोई भी एक क्लास, दैट क्लास इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग द कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस दैट हैज टू बी सप्लाइड। तो ऐप कॉन्फ़िग हमने क्रिएट किया है और ये सारा मेरा यहाँ पे है, दो ही तो क्लास ही है, एक ऐप कॉन्फ़िग क्लास और एक हमारा बिन को रेफर करने के लिए जो हमारा जो पहले से भी रहा है उसी तरह से। ओके, नाउ सी दिस ऐप कॉन्फ़िग क्लास। अब यहाँ पे एक नया, अब जो कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस क्लास है एज वो उसके उसे हमें @config एनोटेशन से क्वालिफाई करनी है। तो @configurations का मतलब ये हो गया कि इसके अंदर ऐप कॉन्फ़िग क्लास के अंदर बिन क्रिएट करने वाले मेथड होंगे। अब ये जो देख रहा है गेट स्टाफ, दिस मेथड विल बी ऑटोमेटिकली कॉल्ड एंड दिस मेथड विल रिटर्न द स्टाफ ऑब्जेक्ट, और इस मेथड के पहले बिन लिखा हुआ है तो @bin एनोटेशंस। तो कॉमन सेंस बस शॉर्टकट में समझो कि अगर क्लास के पहले बिन नोटेशंस लिखा हुआ है, दैट मीन्स यू आर दिस फंक्शन इज गोइंग टू बी ऑटोमेटिकली called by a spring in order to create object of staff. And here you see I have created a constructor which is returning this staff object. Okay, so this function जो है वो staff object को create कर रहा है, और @bin जो annotations है इसको आपको अगर यूज करना है तो निश्चित तौर पे उसके पहले आपको @configurations यूज करना होगा। तो ये हमें @configurations ये स्प्रिंग को सिग्नल भेजता है कि ये कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस क्लास है एंड दिस क्लास इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू क्रिएट बिन। तो पहले हमारा कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस कहाँ होता था, XML फाइल में, और बेसिकली XML फाइल में जो भी होती थी उसका पर्पस क्या था, बिन ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करना। रिमेंबर गाइज, द लॉजिक्स आर सेम। ठीक उसी तरह से अब ऐप कॉन्फ़िगरेशन क्लास का काम है बिन ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट। हाँ बताओ ना
सर, जो ऐप कॉन्फ़िग क्लास फिक्स्ड है, क्लास का नाम की कि और कुछ भी ले सकते हैं?
कुछ भी एनीथिंग।
ओके ओके, ठीक
वो मैं एप्लीकेशन को एनीथिंग इट कैन बी।
ओके।
बस दो ही इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है कि क्लास के पहले @configurations होना चाहिए एंड जिस मेथड का जो ये हमारा बिन रिटर्न करेगा उसका रिटर्न टाइप इंपॉर्टेंट है, नाम कुछ भी मिलता जुलता दे दो एंड इसके पहले बिन एनोटेशंस होना चाहिए। सो ऑटोमेटिकली दिस फंक्शन विल बी कॉल्ड। ये सब फंक्शंस को कॉल कौन करेगा, वो आपका स्प्रिंग करेगा। स्प्रिंग देख लेगा अच्छा बिन इसके पहले लिखा हुआ है, मतलब कॉल दिस फंक्शंस। one second why ओके तो बस ऑटोमेटिकली इसके ऑब्जेक्ट बन जाएंगे एंड देयर आफ्टर अब यहाँ पे हम लोग ऐप जो हमारा ये है, अब यहाँ पे स्टाफ डॉट क्लास मतलब स्टाफ जो बिन ऑब्जेक्ट है मैं उसको वहाँ पे कर रहा हूँ कि हेलो गिव मी द स्टाफ बिन ऑब्जेक्ट एंड इस तरह से यहाँ पे ये आ गया। एंड जाहिर सी बात है कि जब हम प्रिंट करेंगे तो इसके मेथड जो है सो टू स्ट्रिंग मेथड विल बी कॉल्ड ऑटोमेटिकली। ओके, तो इस तरह से जो टू स्ट्रिंग मेथड जो स्टाफ के अंदर है, सो दैट इज व्हाट इज एग्जीक्यूटिंग एंड गिविंग आंसर। तो डेमो 6 में मेन चीज़ ये सीखना था कि अब इसी को हम जावा बेस्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस करते हैं एंड इन जावा बेस्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस वी हैव टू लर्न दिस टू एनोटेशंस। one is bin annotations and another one is configuration annotations। बस दिमाग में ये रख लो कि जिस क्लास को यूज़ करके हमें कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस बिन ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करवानी है उसके पहले हमें @configurations यूज़ करना है एंड द फंक्शंस विच इज़ रिटर्निंग द बिन ऑब्जेक्ट उसके पहले बिन एनोटेशंस होना चाहिए। दैट्स इट। तो वन कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस क्लास के अंदर जितने भी बिन क्लास क्रिएट करना है, अलग अलग मान लो कोई स्टूडेंट हो, कोई कॉलेज हो, अलग अलग मान लो जितने भी बिन हैं, जितने भी क्लासेस हैं, वन बाय वन सारे फंक्शंस इसके अंदर आएंगे। फंक्शंस का नाम कुछ भी हो सकता है, रिटर्न टाइप जो आपको चाहिए वो होगा। ओके, सो दिस इज आवर डेमो 6. नाउ you have in demo 7. Let's see. Let me before this close all this file. And जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया था from demo 6 onwards, demo 6 demo 7 में भी देखो यहाँ पे कोई भी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन XML फाइल नहीं है, इसका मतलब ये जावा बेस्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस है। ओके, नाउ लेट्स सी द मेन। ओके, so again you have there is a class called app config. तो app config को हम कह रहे हैं, क्या कह रहे हैं कि हमें भैया एक app config डॉट क्लास का मतलब हो गया कि इसका क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट रिटर्न कर रहा है। हमें स्टूडेंट ऑब्जेक्ट, यहाँ पे इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, इंस्टीट्यूट क्लास, इंस्टीट्यूट एज ए ऑब्जेक्ट दे दो। सो हियर यू हैव टू स्पेसिफाई द नेम ऑफ द क्लास, रिमेंबर। तो यहाँ पे हमें ऐप कॉन्फ़िग है, ऐप कॉन्फ़िग को जरा हम जाके देखते हैं। लुक हियर नाउ, अब ऐप कॉन्फ़िग में जरा देखो, अब हम लोग यहाँ पे एक नए जो इंट्रोड्यूस किए हैं, दैट इज कंपोनेंट स्कैन। अब इसका पर्पस क्या है सो समझने की कोशिश करो। फॉरगेट एनोटेशंस, जस्ट रिमेंबर द कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड कंपोनेंट स्कैन। The component scanning either we can do by using XML meta informations entered into the XML file or by using annotations. Okay, तो component scan तभी होगा जब हमारे क्लास में हमने किसी भी क्लास को स्पेसिफाई क्वालिफाई कराया है, अटैच किया है by using the component annotations. So let's see, इसमें component मैंने किसको कहा? Yes, there is a academic class called which implements department, and मैंने कहा कि this is a component. तो naturally a Spring will create object of academic class as a component, but where will it get, how will it come to know from where to get that class informations? Two ways you have, guys, you have already seen. Either you can get that informations from the XML file or you can get the informations. तो XML फाइल तो हमारा पुराना हो गया, दैट इज अर्लियर। पुराना इन द सेंस मतलब प्रीवियस डेमोज में हमने उसको यूज किया है। एंड फॉर दैट अभी तो हमने आपको कहा ना कि वी आर डूइंग ऑल दोस जावा बेस्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस, का मतलब हो गया है कि वी आर डूइंग एनोटेशंस बेस्ड कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस। तो आपको यहाँ पे स्पेसिफाई करना है पैकेज, है ना। तो कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस, अब यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज नोट करने वाली बात है, जो इन द डेमो 6 एंड 7 में डिफरेंस है। जब हमारा कंपोनेंट स्कैन नहीं था, याद करो, तो कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस हम लोग यूज किए, एंड कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस यूज किए तो हमारे इसके अंदर बिन एनोटेशंस का काम था, बिन ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करना। नाउ वी आर क्रिएटिंग bin object without bin annotations. Remember, अब bin annotations का यहाँ यूज नहीं हुआ है। Configuration says object of this class is responsible to create object. Now there is no bin creations, but if you want to create bin object automatically, that should always come always after configuration annotations. तो कंपोनेंट स्कैन में हमें पूरे पैकेज को सप्लाई करना है। नाउ दोज क्लास which is preceded by component which has been declared as a component class. Now in app config file we have specified that the component scan annotations refers that base package। ये कुछ चीजें हमें याद रखना है। The base package is equal to com.ph.demo7.classes. So इसके ऑब्जेक्ट को हम लोग ये स्कैन इस पाथ में जाके स्कैन किया जाएगा, दैट इज स्प्रिंग विल ऑटोमेटिकली स्कैन द पाथ and if finds the class called academic, thereafter it will create object and keep it with, and that object when you say institute bin, अब institute bin किसका नाम है? Look at this. This is a component called student. अब यहाँ पे ऑटो वायरिंग भी की गई है, सो द ऑटो वायर्ड कौन हो गया? एकेडमिक, तो एकेडमिक के ऑब्जेक्ट इस डिपार्टमेंट पे आ जाएंगे, ओके, एंड दैट इंस्टीट्यूट इज आल्सो कंपोनेंट, सो कंपोनेंट ऑब्जेक्ट विल बी क्रिएटेड एंड दैट कंपोनेंट ऑब्जेक्ट जो क्रिएट हुआ that is returned, that is injected to this instance variable obj, and the other objects जहां पे हमारा ऑटो वायर्ड है, that dpt will get the object of type academic, and that is why when we execute the program all the objects are uh, created and injected, and that is why when we run these applications we have this kind of result what you can see. तो बाय प्रैक्टिस ओनली यू कैन लर्न. दोनों लॉजिक कितने मिलते जुलते हैं, दोनों में कॉन्सेप्ट सेम है. वन इज इनटू द फॉर्म ऑफ XML and another one is into the form of annotations, that is called Java based annotations. But even if when you have XML based annotations, by scanning the component you have to use component scan. तो component scan अगर दिख गया, that means Spring will create the object of those class by scanning the package which is specified either by XML configurations file or by using कौन सा? Second, component scan annotation. So these are the two different ways of doing. Okay, now these are the different ways of implementing injections from demo 1 to demo 7. For your reference, somewhere I have also written in comments some few important points, and last our applications is to see, as already I had said, that important features of Spring is what? One thing is dependency injection, that is the fabulous, by using which loose coupling is implemented, and because of loose coupling only unit testings are possible. And another one, among many important features of Spring, आपका MVC हो गया, स्प्रिंग MVC विच फॉलोज मॉडल व्यू कंट्रोलर. तो स्प्रिंग MVC का कोई एग्जांपल आज हम लोग नहीं देखेंगे, हम लोग अब कल से स्प्रिंग बूट को शुरू करेंगे, एंड वी विल सी रेस्ट APIs एंड ऑल दोज कॉन्सेप्ट्स स्लोली, एंड व्हेन यू देन वंस दोज APIs, एंड सबसे पहले तो उसके बूट के पूरे स्ट्रक्चर को हम लोग देखेंगे, एंड बाय यूजिंग स्प्रिंग बूट हाउ यू create all those complex situations. You have to see all those securities. If time permits, we can little bit focus on JPA also, but main our consideration is boot. And the secondly, this MVC Spring MVC architecture जो है, इसको यूज करके मैं थोड़ा सा फ्रंट एंड क्रिएट कर लूँगा. कंट्रोलर तो हमारा ये होगा, JSP में थोड़े कुछ फ्रंट एंड होंगे, क्योंकि देयर आर टू एस्पेक्ट्स, रिमेंबर गाइस, बैक एंड एंड फ्रंट एंड. तो आपका जो ये जो हो गया API जो हो गया, दैट इज जिसको कि हम लोग REST API बोलते हैं, दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड माइक्रो सर्विसेज. तो माइक्रो सर्विसेज तो क्या हो गया, दे आर ऑल द सेट ऑफ रिक्वेस्ट which receives the request and sends back the result. अब इस रिजल्ट को तो हमें स्क्रीन पे तो डिस्प्ले करना होगा ना, and for that there are many things. Even वेरी फैंटास्टिकली अब हम वहाँ पे PHP या किसी को भी यूज करते हैं, कर सकते हैं। दो अलग अलग साइट होस्ट किया हो सकता है। API आपका जावा में बना हुआ है बाय यूजिंग ऑल दोज स्प्रिंग्स एंड ऑल। एंड आपका फ्रंट एंड आपका जे क्वेरीज या रिएक्ट्स या बहुत सारी जो भी अलग अलग टूल्स हैं, दे कैन बी यूज टू क्रिएट। तो हमारा फोकस होगा नॉट बाय यूजिंग डिफरेंट टूल्स, only by using all the different Java tools by of creating front end and back end. Now let's see, before that let me close all the tags and see the demo. अब यहाँ पे this applications what I have created is to demonstrate us to know informations about a Spring JDBC. Now for this I have created a small applications by connecting a database kind of thing. And for this I'll show you the Mavens, the POM you see in POM what all things I have। JUnit तो आपका होता ही होता है, फिर Spring Boot होता ही है, सेकेंड हो गया। फिर थर्डली ये आपका देखिए, ये आपका Spring JDBC है। So we are using a Spring JDBC dependency in order to, that is by using a Spring JDBC library, we are trying to implement the database applications. Earlier already we had seen into the previous class directly by using the standard JDBC app, standard JDBC jars, that is classes. Here today we shall see by using a Spring JDBC. So that will solve lot of complexity issues also. But remember, the logic never changes. Solving का मतलब ये does not, it is not that we don't have to do many things. No, you have to do, but certain intermediate things changes. So now again MySQL connector should have, तो earlier भी हमारा MySQL connector था using Maven we had already done। तो MySQL connector पहले भी था, Spring में आ गया तो आपका एक Spring framework चाहिए, Spring context and Spring JDBC। These are the two repository and third repository is आपका jars हो गया, MySQL connector, तो ये तीन जार हो गया। एंड टेस्ट जो है टेस्ट NG और JUnit, it's better, most of us we are using JUnit, that is for testability। So these are the four dependencies what we are already using। तो नीचे के थ्री डिपेंडेंसीज इंफॉर्मेशन को आपको सर्च करना है और ये करना है। और जैसे ही Maven प्रोजेक्ट बनाएंगे तो फर्स्ट डिपेंडेंसी इंट्रीज विल बी already visible। Okay, now let's see the source code in app what I am doing। यहाँ पे कुछ चीज़ों को जरा समझने की कोशिश करना है। When we are doing the database entries, what happens? Look at this class path XML applications context, ये हम पहले भी यूज कर चुके हैं इस functions को। This will create object of the XML file and returns। This XML file is having basically all the configurations, all the database configurations। We will try to see the context XML file। Where is this? Look at this here, you have, I am doing the right click and open with generic text editor। Look this, now here you have ये जो bin है, this bin, by using this bin tag, that means we are creating a bin object of driver manager data source। ये driver manager data source है, it's a class inside org.springframework.jdbc.datasource.driver manager data source class, and this class is responsible to hold all these attributes The number one, the name of the driver class. Number two, the URL representing the JDBC and the API reference refers to MySQL, and the local host where the 33036 port number where the MySQL is installed. If at your computer, if you would have installed the MySQL at a different port, you have to specify the same. And then lastly, you have to mention the database name to which we are going to connect. So this is the second attribute. The third one is the username what you have to supply, and the fourth one is the password. So remember, it's so simple. And by since we are configuring, we are supplying all these informations using XML file. The advantage is whenever you are deploying your software at some different locations at your client's system, so you have to specify those configurations parameters as per the need, as per the local availability. Okay, that means जो उस आपने सिस्टम पे कॉन्फ़िगर किया है, सो द वन बिन ऑब्जेक्ट, तो हमने इसको डेटा सोर्स के लिए शॉर्ट में DS लिखा है. So this data source object represents all this. Then here the main thing is you are creating a template. So second class which is in the Spring JDBC core is JDBC template class. So through JDBC template class, see there are guys many classes, but we have to stick to some standard classes which provides all the functionalities. So and also to know more about these, we have to do the Google. So JDBC template is the class of org.springframework.jdbc.core.ea. So some these informations we of course we have to know and remember. So now the second bin object is getting created of JDBC template class, और इसको हमने रेफर क्या किया है, स्मॉल में लिखा हुआ है J, रेस्टॉल स्पेलिंग सेम उसी तरह से है. So JDBC template, and to this we are specifying the data source, and ये जो data source रेफर कर रहा है DS, to this it is pointing. So this data source जो property हो गया JDBC template का, ये JDBC template object point किसको कर रहा है, driver manager data source object को. So this interface is very compulsory and important. And lastly, look at this, we are creating a DAO object of a staff DAO, है ना, that is a staff DAO is associated with JDBC template class. So JDBC template, the object what you created. So by this we are telling is to a Spring that DAO staff DAO object जो है, DAO object, that is data access object, all the database functionality we shall be doing inside this class. So to this JDBC templates refers. Okay, so these entries are mandatory and we have to try to understand these informations passed to this into this XML file, and by doing this proper configurations, then only you will be able to fetch these informations in a very simple manner. Let's see how it is being done. Now
डाउट
हाँ बोलो.
सर, जैसे कि मान लीजिए अभी प्रॉपर्टी नेम को तो आप XML फाइल में हार्ड कोड कर दिए हैं, लेकिन मान लीजिए
हाँ, XML फाइल जो है वो हार्ड कोडिंग नहीं कहलाएगा.
सर मान लीजिए कि मेरे पास एक प्रॉपर्टीज फाइल है db.properties करके, जिसमें सारा वैल्यू है.
हाँ,
अगर फाइल से डेटा उठाना होगा तो कैसे लेंगे?
तो फाइल से रीड करेंगे तो वहां पे प्रोग्राम के अंदर रीड करना होगा.
नहीं, यहाँ पे नहीं कर सकते. XML में अगर हम फाइल से डेटा रीड करना चाहे तो
XML में फाइल से डेटा नहीं रीड होगा. सो XML जो है ना वो सिंपली तुम्हारा एक टेक्स्ट इंफॉर्मेशन है, एंड ऑलवेज दिस टेक्स्ट इंफॉर्मेशन विल बी प्रोसेस्ड इनटू योर प्रोग्राम. रिमेंबर, ये XML जो है सिंपली सेट ऑफ टैग्स है, and by using different tags by using tag name, their attributes and so on. जैसे HTML में टैग है उसी तरह से XML में, तो XML informations को थ्रू प्रोग्राम ही प्रोसेसिंग करना होगा. So if you have created a properties file and in properties file you have specified all those, तो ये प्रोग्राम में जाके ही क्रिएट करना होगा. और वहां पे तो हम फिर rather than creating object through XML file, we can create object using what is that called, annotation. Ultimately concept समझो कि through bin what we are doing, we are creating object. तो हमको ऑब्जेक्ट bin ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करने का दूसरा तरीका annotations है. तो if you have specified into properties file, then what you have to do is that you have to read that properties file and created bin object through bin annotations and configuration annotations and all. The other way you have to do. Got that point?
Yes, sir. Got it.
हाँ, XML एक कॉन्सेप्ट समझो ना कि XML एक सिंपली टेक्स्ट फाइल है जो स्पेसिफिक फॉर्मेट में लिखा हुआ है, which follows the standard set of rules and that has to be processed into your program. ये स्प्रिंग इन चीजों को रीड करके इसके अकॉर्डिंगली क्रिएट करेगा. दैट्स इट. इसके अंदर कोई फंक्शनल और वो सब चीजें नहीं होंगी. ओके, सो नाउ when you have this staff and a staff DAO and a staff mapper, these informations has to be a bit discussed right now. And before that, I'm just again taking you the main functions. So here I'm specifying this context XML file. तो context XML file से जब हम यहाँ पे ये कर रहे हैं, अब यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं कि हम स्टाफ के डेटाओं को एक्सेस कर रहे हैं. सो स्टाफ डाउ ऑब्जेक्ट्स गेट्स क्रिएटेड बाय सेइंग गेट बिन डाउ स्टाफ डाउ. अब स्टाफ डाउ कहाँ पे था? ऑलरेडी आप XML फाइल को देखो, ये बहुत जरूरी है देखना, है ना. लुक, XML फाइल जो है आपका स्टाफ डाउ यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ ID, तो इसका मतलब स्टाफ डाउ जो है स्टाफ डाउ टाइप के ऑब्जेक्ट को रेफर कर रहा है. इस तरह से ये गेट बिन क्या कहेगा कि एज ए बिन ऑब्जेक्ट रिटर्न कर दिया एंड दैट इज एट डाउ. अब इस डाउ को हमें प्रिंट करना है. तो डाउ ऑब्जेक्ट तो बन गया एंड डाउ ऑब्जेक्ट के गेट ऑल मेथड स्टाफ मेथड को हम कॉल कर रहे हैं. एंड डाउ ऑब्जेक्ट आपका कहाँ है? लुक, स्टाफ डाउ पे चलते हैं. स्टाफ डाउ के पास है ना यहाँ पे गेट ऑल स्टाफ. ये गेट ऑल स्टाफ का काम क्या है? ये इसका काम है कि इस सेलेक्ट स्टाफ फ्रॉम स्टाफ, इस SQL को रन करना. 1 मिनट के लिए नीचे वाले लाइन को मत देखो. SQL को रन करना और SQL को रन करना और उस रिजल्ट सेट ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट होगी. एग्जीक्यूट क्वेरी फंक्शंस वगैरह जो है दैट वाज बाय यूजिंग जावा लाइब्रेरी. हियर आई एम गोइंग टू यूज हमारा JDBC टेम्पलेट ऑब्जेक्ट. तो JDBC टेम्पलेट ऑब्जेक्ट का मेथड है क्वेरी. इस क्वेरी मेथड को 2 आर्गुमेंट पास करना होता है, एक SQL एंड दूसरा स्टाफ मैपर ऑब्जेक्ट. ये स्टाफ मैपर ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं, ये ऑब्जेक्ट का के नाम क्या है, उसके लिए हमें स्टाफ मैपर फंक्शंस पे चलना होगा. ये ऑलवेज आपको एक मैपर क्लास क्रिएट करना है which basically maps the result set object what is fetched by the result set object. ultimately the result set object बनेगा. तो ये जब डाउ ऑब्जेक्ट की जो फंक्शन जो स्टाफ डाउ को जब हम कॉल करते हैं, ये स्टाफ डाउ कहाँ गया, ये स्टाफ डाउ. अब यहाँ पे देखिए, ये आपका क्वेरी रन होगा तो रिजल्ट सेट ऑब्जेक्ट आएगी. तो इसको क्वेरी रन करने के लिए क्वेरी मेथड ऑफ JDBC टेम्पलेट इज कॉल्ड. अब ये JDBC टेम्पलेट कौन सा है? आपने वहाँ पे XML फाइल में देख रखा है कि दिस JDBC टेम्पलेट जो है दिस रेफर्स टू डेटा सोर्स, मतलब इस डेटा से ये एसोसिएटेड है. तो इस तरह से डेटाबेस से कनेक्ट होके वहाँ से क्वेरी रिजल्ट प्रोसेसिंग करेगा एंड स्टाफ डाउ क्या करेगा, इस क्वेरी को रन करके इसको पास करेगा. एंड इसको हमें मैपर ऑब्जेक्ट को भेजना है। तो मैपर ऑब्जेक्ट, ये रो मैपर इज द मेथड। तो ये क्या करेगा कि जब इसको रिजल्ट सेट ऑब्जेक्ट को भेजा जाएगा तो ये ऑटोमेटिकली, रिमेंबर, जितने रिजल्ट सेट में डेटा होंगे उतना टाइम्स ये क्या करेगा, दैट फंक्शंस विल बी इंटरनली कॉल्ड and it will go on creating a staff objects and returning those staff objects by using setter methods. All these parameters will be set and it will return the object of a staff, and that is what you have to pass this parameter to this row mapper uh, class, and that is what is called by DAO object. And ultimately यहाँ पे loop जैसा कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है. Remember, the beauty is that this function is supplied to this function. So when this mapper object is supplied, तो mapper object का काम है कि how the data will be mapped. Look at this. ये जो result set object जो यहाँ पे आ रहा है, तो how the data will be mapped. रिजल्ट सेट के अंदर से गेट इंट, गेट स्ट्रिंग, ये सब तो जावा का फंक्शंस है, पहले से हम जानते हैं. ऑलरेडी वी हैड सीन दोस जेडीबीसी ऑपरेशंस. दैट इज व्हाट व्हाई मैंने उन चीजों को पहले किया था. नाउ व्हेन इट इज रिटर्न्ड टू दिस सेटर मेथड, पास टू दिस सेटर मेथड, सेटर मेथड्स क्रिएट, यहाँ पे स्टाफ ऑब्जेक्ट तो पहले से बना हुआ है और इस स्टाफ ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर ये सारे पैरामीटर सेट हो गए, and this staff object is returned by this map row method. Now ठीक है ना. Now ये जो इस तरह से ये jQuery function जो है, that will return the every data set which is fetched from this using this select queries, and returns as a list, and that list is being returned. अब देखो कंपेयर करके उससे कितनी आसान हो गई. चीज़ों को थोड़ा सा समझना है, एक बार स्ट्रक्चर समझने के बाद कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ जाएगी. एंड दिस फंक्शंस गेट ऑल स्टाफ रिटर्न्स द लिस्ट ऑफ दिस लिस्ट ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट, एंड दैट लिस्ट ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट के लिए दिस iterator loop we are using. Now as many times we have, this particular loop keeps on repeating and gets all the values, and by using getter and get id and get name method, it is printing. तो जितना हम लिस्ट का हमारा लेंथ होगा उतना टाइम्स ये लूप रिपीट होगा और इस तरह से चीज़ें हमें डिस्प्ले हो जाएंगी. Those things will be visible. Now when you compile, एक second, let me first of all cancel it, and अच्छा saving नहीं था, some changes I would have done. So okay, now save it. It executes, and because in my table there were 2 records in my table, I can show you getting to this MySQL client, and I have an use PHDB as already I had given the database name. Then what is that? Table name is staff. Just I am showing you. So we have 2 set of records, ID, name and salary. The same thing here we are seeing. I think only 2 field we are displaying, that is why only 2. Salary we are not displaying, और यहाँ पे नहीं दिख रही है. अगर सैलरी को भी डिस्प्ले करना है तो थोड़ी सी हम लोग एडिटिंग कर देंगे, है ना. तो सैलरी को भी डिस्प्ले करना है तो प्लस, एंड इसके बाद कॉमा देना है तो एक कोट्स, एंड फिर से प्लस एस डॉट गेट salary. Already we are having method. Now save it and execute once again. So in this way we are displaying all the values. We are fetching all the values. So it's interesting. I have made this comment line here. You can save the record, you can update the record. I can show you that DAO objects in DAO already I have given. So there are two methods you have to remember from JDBC template class. One is update and another one is query. पहले था ना एग्जीक्यूट अपडेट एग्जीक्यूट क्वेरी, बस उसी से मिलता जुलता. तो क्वेरी को यूज करके सेलेक्ट को रन करेंगे एंड रेस्ट ऑल एसक्यूएल्स के लिए हमें इंसर्ट डेटा इंसर्ट करना है, अपडेट करना है, डिलीट करना है. इन सारे के लिए हमें अपडेट मेथड को कॉल करना है एंड सुटेबल यहाँ पे क्रिएट करनी है. So that's all for today. We had seen the entire things, different ways of injections, doing connectivities and whatever things. Now I have to, after some time, I'll upload the entire these folders from demo 1 to demo 8. I'll do the compress all the thing, all the files I shall entire folders I shall compress and create a, आज शायद 13th सेशन ये जो भी है, एक जिप फाइल बना के मैं गूगल ड्राइव पे डाल दूंगा. आप उसको अनजिप करके सारी चीज़ों को देख सकते हैं. यू कैन लर्न एंड फ्रॉम टुमारो वी ऑल विल try to get push ourselves into Spring Boot sessions. We will try to see the introductions, basic difference between both, and we will try to slowly implement and understand the remaining whatever classes we have. And at the end of class, before that, I shall try to create some backend also and some kind of jQuery's method also we shall use. We will know little about Ajax, because only creation of microservices are not sufficient. Okay, we have to know the JSON structure also, that is JavaScript object notations. ये जो हमारा जो वेब एप्लीकेशंस का जो फील्ड है, that is quite vast. There are lot many tools whose knowledge we should have, and it is all practical thing. And ये समुद्र है. We cannot learn each and every aspects, but we have to logically focus and we have to learn the working and functionality and try to understand those concepts, try to learn those concepts and use them. Okay, let me do the interaction. Have you understood? Other than Ashok, you are doing regularly, you are also doing your readings very proper, and other people whoever is joining. Okay, so tomorrow's session we will begin with boot. Till then, good night guys.
Good night, sir.
And I'll upload those files on Google Drive. You can have a glance, we can refer those and implement. The most thing is, you know, not only reading, you have to sit and implement. Okay, good night.